What's up, guys? Stein back with another video. Excuse me. Today's video, I'm going to talk about everything you do is a habit. When I first learned this is literally less than a year ago. I was watching Brandon Carter in one of his videos, and he talks about how you can develop discipline and things of that nature. And he basically says that every single thing you do is a habit, whether you think it is or it's not. So when you get up in the morning, how you get up is a habit. You check your phone, that's a habit. You go to the gym after work, that's a habit. You go to bed, you sleep a certain way, that's a habit. Like literally everything you do is a habit. And why this is so important is because you want to develop, obviously, positive habits. You don't want to be developing negative habits as getting home from work, drinking a 6-pack of beer, and then hating your life when you go back to work again the next day. Like, that's not how you want to live your life. So if we take this a step further with everything you do as a habit, you want to be planning your days. And when you plan your days, when you do stuff on that list, you check them off, and yes, you complete them, you check them off when you've completed them. So that way it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's like, okay, I got this done, got this done, got this done, got this done. So it becomes habits of, I'm going to do this no matter what. Like, I'm going to do it no matter what happens. I'm doing it. And you have that sense of urgency and sense of desire. You're going to get it done, because that's the most important thing, is just getting things done. What's next? What's next? What's next? Like crossing things off on the list, planning your day, doing things that involve habits every single day. Like, going to the gym for me now is just so easy because I've just been in the habit of doing it for so long now that it literally is not of any concern for me. It's not of any challenge, just driving to the gym, just because I'm in a routine of doing it for so long. So this is what you guys need to do, is develop a routine every single day. You're doing something, not necessarily the same thing, but something that's very, very similar of what you do on a day-to-day basis. Because like I said, we're not going to literally do everything the same all the time, but it should be, for the most part, very, very similar in what you do on a day-to-day basis. But obviously you're going to want to change it up. And Andy Frisella talks about this, the monotonous, boring task. Those are like literally what's going to give you ROI in the long run. They're going to give you return on investment. They're going to give you delayed gratification and return, and like benefit, as opposed to, indulging in your pleasures and things of that nature. So habits are, there's a great book, it's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. I highly recommend you read it. I know a lot of other people would say, like, they've read this book, like they would recommend reading it, like, and it has like one of the best top reviews of all time. It talks about habits very, very clear. And what I like about that book is that he says every decision that you make is a vote on the person that you're deciding to become. It's like, wow, that's truly true. It's like, okay, literally everything you do, it's a vote on the person you want to become. And it starts right now. That's why it's so important to start right now. Everyone always looks to the future, because like this is why habits are so important. You have to stop and realize the present moment literally dictates the future. Right now will dictate your future. So everything you do right now is going to dictate whether or not what your life is going to look like in the future. This is why it's so important to develop positive habits now, so that way it's easier in the long run. Like, you don't want to be not working out in your early 20s and then be fat at 40, because we all know that a lot of people don't work out, a lot of people don't take care of their health, and then they're sitting down and they got a belly and extremely overweight, and they're wanting to know how they can stop this. But most people just give up at this point because they're already that fat and they're that old. Literally, that's literally what most people do. they give up when they're that old, because they realize that, okay, I'm fat now. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to die. So I'm just going to, like, I specifically remember having a conversation with someone about this. They were like, he said to me, yeah, we're all going to die, so I might as well speed up that process or whatever. So it was basically like eating whatever he wants. That's like the difference. That's literally the difference about the way you look at life. Like, it's literally every single person, every single decision you make. That is it right there. That person wants to speed up the progress, enjoy life, hate work, hate their work for the rest of their life, and just indulge in pleasures all the time. As opposed to what I'm teaching you guys is develop discipline, develop positive habits, develop integrity, hard work, literally every single day. And this will lead to ROI. It will lead you to be happy. It will lead you, discipline will lead you to be happy, as opposed to indulging in your pleasures and indulging in things that you think that you like now, but really they're leading you to know. That's why it's so crucial to look at your life in 5 to 10 years ahead. So every single action you're taking right now is a vote for the person you want to become in the future. So that literally, it matters for everything. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you present yourself, how hard you go on your workouts, what you eat, like everything goes together. Like literally everything. This is why it's so crucial. This is why I don't like cheat meals or, drinking alcohol. Because I know that if I do it, it's going to be so much easier to do it again. Literally, like, that's why people say, like, oh, one day is not going to hurt you. It's like, the F it isn't. Yes, it is. Like, because everything you do is a habit. So it's like, one day will turn into 2 days, will turn into 3 days, will turn into 4 days. Like, this is why I'm such an extremist and such serious about my life, is because I know that, like, yeah, like, I literally got this from Brandon Carter, like, how I'm an extremist. Like, if I drink one beer, I'm not just going to drink one beer. Like, I'm going to get absolutely wasted. This is why I abstain from anything that is negative for me, because I know if I do it, I'm going to go all out on it, because that's literally how I live my life. And that's how I encourage you guys to live your life too, because you're going to get the best out of life if you do that. Literally, you're going to get the best out of it. Like, obviously we all know this, hard work leads to everything better in results, but like, I've always had this mentality since a young age. And that's why I want to spread it with you guys, because as I learn more about life, I want to share my messages as I gain more knowledge, as I do more things. I want to spread it with you guys to realize that, because I literally study this stuff for a living. Like, I literally study living successfully, living a good life for a living. Like, that's what I do. Every single moment of my day, I'm trying to improve, I'm trying to be better, and I'm trying to find out ways to improve my life. So that's why this message is so important. Everything you do is a habit. So just look at your day, every single day, and ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now the life that I want to live? Am I making decisions right now that my future self will say thank you for, or my future self will say, you should have been more disciplined when you were younger? Like, it's a simple decision. Most people never think of it. Most people never think of stuff like this. But I'm simply sharing you the message because I know it's going to make an impact on your life. If you simply think of messages, if you think of things like this, like, literally just dig deep, think deeper, work harder, and just be philosophical with your thoughts and what you're actually doing on a day-to-day basis. Like, because you have to get better. Like, it's the fundamental truth of life. You have to get better on a day-to-day basis. You can't just go to work, drink, watch Netflix when you get home from work, and then just live your life like that all the time, because it gets boring and you absolutely hate your life. Let's look at it. Like, you hate your life most of the time. Like, that's just the truth. And we want to live good life. That's why I'm sharing the message with you guys. So be constructive with every single habit that you take on a day-to-day basis and make it a good habit. You know what a good habit is, and you know what a bad habit is. So do the good habits every single day. Every single decision you make should be a good habit. That's the video for today. Like the video, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and we will see you in the next video.